What are my 5 go-to summer sipper whiskeys and bourbons and cocktails for the summertime? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today we are going to be going against a challenge that your drinking buddy challenged me to do, and that is your only 5 summer sipper drinkers, cocktails, whiskeys, bourbons that you would have for the summertime. Now, if you don't know who your drinking buddy is, I will leave a link down to his channel down below for you to go over there and subscribe to his channel, because he uploads nearly daily and he's got some fantastic content over there. But let's get into the challenge. So for the challenge, we have a little bit of a criteria that we have to follow. For our 5 summer sipper bourbons, whiskeys, cocktails, whatever it is, you have to follow these 5 steps. Your first one has to be a low proof sipping bourbon. Your second one is a nice refreshing cocktail. Number 3 is something that you would sip over ice. Number 4 is a wheated bourbon, and number 5 is something that is weird, something that doesn't fit the summertime buzz, the bourbons or whiskeys that you typically would drink in summertime, but this one, you just enjoy it year round. It's one that you always go to. So those are the 5 categories that we have to follow. But before we get into number 1, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support. Almost to 4,000 subscribers. Keep hitting that subscribe button. As always, at 5,000, this bottle of Blanton's can be given to one of you. Just make sure you hit that subscribe. Alrighty, so for number 1, it is our low proof option, something that I typically go towards that's under 100 proof. And well, I have a brand new favorite that I am enjoying like you wouldn't believe, and that bottle goes to this bottle right here. This is an Elijah Craig single barrel, but it's bottled at 94 proof. It's 8 years old, packed full of flavor. I had 2 sips out of this so far, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. I don't know why they don't make more of these Elijah Craig single barrels bottled at that 94 proof. Most of them, if not all of them in other areas, are going to be at barrel proof. But this 94 proofer, it's a really, really nice summer sipper, and I enjoy it like you wouldn't believe. All right, so for number 2 for our summer sippers, it's gotta be a cocktail. And for me, my favorite cocktail for the summertime goes to the Kentucky Mule. Now, what is a Kentucky Mule? Well, a Kentucky Mule is super, super easy. It consists of 3 ingredients. You are going to use half an ounce of lime juice. Then you are going to put 2 ounces of your bourbon of choice or whiskey of choice. For me, we were using the Michters American whiskey. This is bottled at 83.4 proof. So it's not super high in that proof, but it'll still get you a buzz on after a couple of these mules. And finally, you are going to top it off with ginger beer. Now, I was using Gosling's Diet Ginger Beer. Top it off, and for our garnish, it's usually going to be a mint sprig, but we're using pineapple leaves. Super, super crushable, easy to drink. One of my absolute go-to summer sippers right here. This cocktail is freaking delicious. You get a little sweetness from that lime, you get that punch from the bourbon, but the prevalent note in this cocktail is going to be that ginger beer. So if you don't like ginger beer, you probably won't like this cocktail. But for me, the summer sipping cocktail, this is most of the time my go-to on ice. Alrighty, so for summer sipper number 3, we are looking for a bourbon or a whiskey that you would drink over ice. Now, I've told you guys many, many times, I don't typically drink my bourbon over ice. But there is one bourbon that I've had multiple times over ice and have always enjoyed it. Not as much as just sipping it neat, but when summertime comes, it's a hot day, you're looking for something to cool you down but get you that buzz really quick. I'm talking barrel proof, and that bottle goes to Larceny barrel proof. Now, delicious, delicious pour by itself nonetheless. But what I found with this Larceny barrel proof, this one specifically is the B522, so it was the second release from last year. I've specifically had this one over ice and have enjoyed it very, very much. So all you gotta do, take your rocks glass, put a nice rock ball in there. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Take your bourbon, pour it over that rock. Nice and easy, right? What this is going to do is going to dilute very, very slowly. It's going to water this down. It's going to chill it down. I always like using a rock ball. Makes the drink look a little fancier, right? I mean, they melt down a little bit slower than your traditional, just regular ice cubes. This isn't anything fancy of a rock ball. But already chilled it down to where that heat is dissipated a little bit, but you're still getting those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful notes from that bourbon. Summer sipper number 4, and that goes to your wheated bourbon. Now I know that this right here, the Larceny Barrel Proof, is a wheated bourbon, but this is one that I am going for over ice. Now I'm gonna go over a wheated bourbon that I am not going to be drinking over ice, and it's one that I really, really enjoy. It's a harder to find bottle, but it's 12 years old, and it's really dang good. Weller 12 year. This is, in my opinion, a cream of the crop summer sipping bourbon. Lower proof, packed full of flavor, age stated, easy sipper. I find this bottle to be a strawberry shortcake in a glass. Strawberry shortcake goes really well when in the summertime. Really nice sipper. Absolutely enjoy Weller 12. This will be my wheated summer sipping bourbon. And finally, for summer sipper number 5, it's something that's weird, something that doesn't go for summertime. And for me, it was a little bit difficult to figure this one out, but at the end of the day, I narrowed it down to 2, and then I had to narrow it down to 1. And well, that bottle goes to Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. And this right here is a Boo Rye. It's a bourbon, and it's a rye, and it's a mix. So when you're thinking of summertime, you're typically not looking at a rye. You're not looking for that super spice from the rye with those baking spices and whatnot. That's usually a fall sipper, wintertime sipper. But for me, this beautiful blend of a whiskey is really good. Has that really nice sweetness from the bourbon, and a lot of the times from ryes, I get a little bit of an orangeness, and oranges are really good during the summertime, and this bottle right here, to me, is really good during the summertime. So there you guys have it. Those are my only 5 summer sippers that I will have for the summertime. Really good. Let me know down in the comments what your 5 summer sippers are gonna be, because these right here are probably gonna be different than yours. Your drinking buddy challenged me, so I'm going to challenge a couple of channels as well. I know he challenged Kurt and Trenton over at SLB, but I'm gonna throw that challenge over there as well. So I wanna see what your only 5 summer sippers are going to be. I'm also going to challenge the Minor Bros. I wanna know what yours are. I know you guys just did 5 summer bourbons, but this is a little bit different. I want to know what yours are. I'm going to challenge Doc over at Old Fashioned Ways. I want to know what yours are. And finally, I am going to challenge the Bourbon Hutch. I want to know what your 5 summer sippers are going to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are back better than ever. Fun videos here to come in the future. Check out the Patreon down below. Leave a like, drop a comment, smash that subscribe. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.